I have to just say the thing. I said, Alex, you know what I'm talking about? He's like, no, I do. I'm like, do you really? He's like, yeah, I think so.
I definitely didn't, but now I do.
No, you do. It's a good thing, so it'll be okay.
Yeah, we'll be talking about that in just a bit. It's those, well, I'm not going to spoil it. So we have to bring up this man who was just miraculous. It's incredible how long his life was. There was a guy who lived to 108 years old, and we're honoring his life today. His name was Anthony Mancinelli. He lived to 108, like I said. He was the oldest living barber. There he is. You know who he's cutting right now?
Who?
His son. That is his
you're
son,
kidding.
whose hair and beard he's cutting right now. He started as a barber when he was 12 years old.
Oh my
And
gosh.
in 1930, he opened his own barbershop, which he owned for 40 years. And he outlived his wife of 69 years, 7 siblings, and one of his 2 sons. And so just an incredible man who dedicated his life to being a barber. And I think it's incredible.
And he'll be missed. I mean, can you imagine how many stories that he has heard over the generations?
Oh, yeah.
You know, because there's something about sitting in that chair that just makes you want to confess to things that you have done.
It's kind of like a therapy session.
It is, right?
Especially if you have it good.
You do have people in your life like that you don't see very often, but you know, once in a while, and they matter to you.
Well, and you have to go to the same person, right? Like I go to Sally at Supercuts, and we just have a nice conversation every time we see each other.
Right?
So.
No, there is that connection.
Yeah.
So I'm sure he will be greatly missed in that community.
Rest in peace. And so we're moving on to something that's kind of futuristic, right?
I think this is brilliant. I hate to cook deeply, and I hope this is going to help me because this is interactive. The Food Network is launching this interactive cooking class. So Bobby Flay can come into your kitchen, and he can be helping you out.
And Rachel Ray and Giada De Laurentiis, who a lot of people have crushes on. Well, just one of the few chefs that are going to be available for this, and it's really is the cooking of the future because you're going to be able to interact with them while you learn.
You can ask him questions.
Yeah.
You can literally say, how much salt do I put in this? You know, and what does to taste mean, which I've never really understood. Yeah, you have to take it over because I'm gonna
So this service is gonna cost like I think $48 or something like that. It's gonna have 80,000 recipes, 800 on-demand classes, and like we're saying, those 25 live classes per week.
But what's weird is, so it's not just the person who is taking the course, like one of us asking the questions. There could be like 1,000 people asking questions.
Something like that.
It could be like, you know, when you get a ticket and you have to go take the driver class or something. And there's always that one person who right at the end says, I have a question. And you're like, are you serious right now?
We're trying to get out of here.
We're all moving in the same direction, aren't we? Like out the door? I don't know, we'll see. But it's exciting. I love this idea.
I agree, especially I'm getting more into cooking lately. So this is kind of exciting for me because
charcuterie board.
I did a charcuterie board, but I also have made some turkey patties. And so, you know, I post sometimes pictures of what I cook on my Facebook. So if you want to follow along on my journey, I made some roasted potatoes the other day, which were really good. So that was delicious.
You should have live cooking classes and an app.
I should join them.
Right?
I should join that app. So speaking of food, McDonald's is the latest chain to get into what you and I were talking about earlier, the meatless trend.
Right, and they're just testing this out, so it's not here yet. It's not on the menu. The Impossible Burger is on the menu, and they have been quite successful, I would have to say, at tricking you into thinking you're really eating a burger. And I know this because Alex brought them in, and they were fantastic from Burger King.
Not only that, but after we ate them, how wonderful did we feel? We were all remarking at how unbloated, how not bloated, I should say, and just how light we felt after eating a veggie burger.
Which is how you should feel after you
eating some food. I know. Not to
wow,
say
I
that,
feel good.
Not to say regular Whoppers aren't good, but you don't get the heaviness when you eat that Impossible Whopper. So that thing, as we saw on the screen, is called the PLT, the plant lettuce and tomato. It's only being tested in Canada for now, but obviously if it's a success, it's going to be released in the USA.
Samuel L. Jackson now, real quickly. We got to talk about this. So he can wake you up, he can put you to bed, he can yell at your children because
dream come true.
Alexa is going to have the voice of Samuel L. Jackson now.
How cool is this?
I think it's brilliant.
So it's something you subscribe to on your little Alexa device. It's 99 cents and you can hear him sing you happy birthday or wake you up at 7 a.m. and you can even turn on bad words if you want him to say.
Yes, and you can get,
I can't say
like
it here.
a version.
I almost gave an example. We're not going to say
But you know, I would always be like walking on eggshells because he is the scariest person when he yells, don't you think?
He is quite the character, definitely. So you'll be able to choose that as an option. Now let's leave you with a funny video. Say you're at a wedding and this is your girlfriend who catches this bouquet Watch what her boyfriend does. Running for the hills. There he goes. He takes it a step further. He
oh
hurdles
my gosh,
over the
that's
thing.
fantastic.
And he gets in his truck.
Yeah, so if that's not telling.
Because, if you catch the bouquet, you're the next one to get married. And he obviously didn't want that to happen.
Doesn't want to.
He ran for the hills.